just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Waddle, but this is intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He finds his man. Complete. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they put him on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 27, Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Duke Dawson picks it, and the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed them just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 21-0 our score after 1. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. A much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for them in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Jones, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Second down and 4. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Jerry Jeudy took a step back from his rookie numbers in 2021 while battling an ankle injury throughout the season. They're definitely hoping the arrival of Russell Wilson can help him reach his ceiling as a former 15th overall pick. Jeudy came through there with a chain-moving catch.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders nothing. Brendan McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the second half here with Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here comes Abdullah on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. You're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing tomorrow.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Randy Gregory from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On play action. Now Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this first quarter of action. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really... And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now. Trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
61 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game, the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was